Welcome back to Gadget at thetechstop.net. It's the place where it's always time to get your geek on. I'm Father Robert Ballasar. I'm an uber geek priest in the Jesuits. It's a religious order of the Catholic Church. And this time we're taking a look at a notebook that's long in features, short on price, and always connected. It's the WiMAX equipped Gateway NV59C66u. The NV59C66u is a wide format mid-range notebook from Gateway designed for professionals on the go. It measures 15 inches wide, 9.96 inches deep, just over an inch and a third thick, and 5.72 pounds without the AC adapter. A review of this notebook must start with its most distinctive feature, the networking. The NV59C66u includes gigabit Ethernet and Wi-Fi, but the secret sauce is in its third networking option, WiMAX. The notebook has a mini PCI Express card that houses both an Intel Centrino Advanced N chipset, supporting 802.11a, b, g, and n, and a WiMAX 6250 chip that connects the notebook to Clear's 4G wireless network. The addition of 4G WiMAX means that you have an integrated option for high-speed wireless on the go, even when you're away from a decent Wi-Fi signal. The notebook is powered by an Intel i3-370M processor clocked at 2.5 GHz. The CPU sits on top of an Intel Mobile HM55 Express chipset and is supported by 4 GB of DDR3 memory in two SODIMM slots that make the unit expandable to 8 GB. The NV59C66u comes with a 15.6-inch 16:9 widescreen ultra-bright display that supports a native resolution of 1366 by 768. The screen is bright, with an above-average viewing angle, a high contrast ratio, and acceptable color saturation. Text was sharp, images were clear, and the colors were lively. Supporting the display is a 1.3 megapixel camera supporting 1280 by 1024 video and integrated Intel HD graphics with 128 megabytes of dedicated system memory. Though integrated graphics are not going to cut it for the hardcore gaming aficionado or the professional video editor looking for a GPU boost, the Intel graphics worked just fine for most tasks, including moderate HD video editing and 1080p video output. The NV59C66u has an espresso-colored brushed aluminum matte shell on both the lid and palm rest. The texture of these surfaces combined with a wave-like undulating pattern helps to keep visible smudges and scratches to a minimum. More than that, it just looks good. For the keyboard, Gateway used a series of flat keys with rounded edges that are flush-mounted to the bezel. The keyboard is almost full-size and is quite firm, comfortable for touch typists. Gateway went with a minimalist approach to their above keyboard space. Rather than an array of touch-sensitive buttons and lights, the NV59C66u has a single illuminated power button, two LEDs that indicate Wi-Fi connectivity and hard drive activity, and a series of buttons on the keyboard itself dedicated to volume control and launching Gateway's social network application. The touchpad is unique in that it is flush with the palm rest. In fact, only 3 vertical bumps let you know where the touchpad ends and the wrist rest begins. The left side of the notebook houses the power plug, a VGA connector, Ethernet HDMI, a single USB 2.0 port, and connectors for microphone and speakers. The right side of the notebook adds 2 more USB ports, the optical drive, and a Kensington lock port. Gateway equipped the NV59C66u with a 5400 RPM 500 GB SATA hard drive secured within a slide-out cradle. It's complemented by an 8X Super Multi-Double-Layer DVD-burning optical drive that doubles as a 4X Blu-ray disc drive. At the front of the notebook is a multi-format card reader that will support SD, SDHC, MMC, Memory Stick Pro, and XD. In PC Mark Vantage, the NV59C66u scored a high of 5583, putting it above the average for its price range. In terms of real-world experience, the CPU memory hard drive combo on the NV59C66u makes its installation of Windows 7 Home Premium 64-bit run more than snappy for most every application that a typical user might want on their portable. Multiple tabs while processing in the background? Sure. Hulu? No problem. 1080p YouTube video? Yawn. Multiple streams of H.264, DivX, WMV, and MPEG-2? Got it. Blu-ray? With power to spare. On the video side, integrated graphics are good enough to hit a 3D Mark score of 3563, but that was with all the eye candy and advanced video features turned off. This definitely isn't a performance video powerhouse, but that isn't to say that the notebook is a dog. About the only thing that the i3 CPU and integrated graphics won't do with these are gaming or heavy lifting media applications that utilize the power of a dedicated graphics processing unit. The notebook comes with a 6-cell 4400 mAh battery that Gateway claims can last up to 4 hours. However, that mark is only reachable if you run with everything in the most power-saving configuration possible. We were able to consistently go from full battery to shutdown within 2 hours while playing high-definition video off the Blu-ray drive and streaming content over Wi-Fi with the screen at full brightness. A more meaningful mixed usage, which includes browsing and running a media application in the background with the screen at above average brightness, brought the rundown time to 3 hours, 32 minutes. We couldn't help but think that performance and battery life could have been bettered by an i7 CPU and an Optimus-enabled dedicated graphics chip, but the notebook is properly positioned to best most other notebooks in this class. In all, the Gateway NV59C66u is an able performer that mixes detailed styling, competent performance, full-time network connectivity, and a price that won't break the bank. The Gateway NV59C66u is available now with a 1-year limited warranty. You can find it exclusively at Best Buy for $549. If you're thinking that the NV59C66u might be for you, there are a few things that you might want to keep in mind. The first thing has to be the fact that I don't like integrated graphics. I mean, they're fine, they work, they're decent. As you can see, the quality is quite good. But especially now with technologies like Optimus that can give you the performance without sucking away your battery, you're going to be missing that dedicated graphics part if you do anything other than word processing and web surfing and watching Blu-ray discs and videos off the internet. I mean, if you're going to be doing something like hardcore gaming or, say, video editing with a suite that can use the power of a GPU, you're going to miss that power down the line. Another thing is the battery life. Now, it's not bad, but it's not great. 2 to 4 hours, depending on how you use it, means that this is right in the middle of the range of battery life that you would get from a notebook of this size and this class and this price. I'd like to see more. Now, the big thing has to be 4G. Now, 4G is great. WiMAX is fantastic when it works. If you're going to buy a WiMAX-equipped notebook, you have to make sure that you're living in a WiMAX-deployed area. Otherwise, you're going to be buying yourself a connection technology that you just can't use. Now, saying all of that, this is still a fantastic notebook. I do like the fact that it has WiMAX because I do live in a 4G equipped area and it flies. It's fantastic. I like the fact that it's got that gateway comfort zone, the nice price performance spot, the fact that they use aluminum in the shell, the fact that it's so sturdy, the fact that the keyboard and the mouse are so responsive and comfortable. It makes this a user's machine. With all these ports, with a Blu-ray disc, with a powerful CPU, with lots of memory, with a beautiful screen, this is something that you can use comfortably for work or for play, or anything in between. If you're looking for a notebook for yourself, if you want something that has plenty of power, a lot of options, something that is beautiful and at the same time will not break the bank, might I suggest you take a look at the Gateway NV59C66u. You can find out more about it by going to the Gateway website at www.gateway.com, or you could drop by our website at www.thetechstop.net. If you would, could you please stop by Twitter and subscribe to our feed at www.twitter.com/PadreSJ. You'll be able to find out what we've got in the lab and what reviews are coming up next. As always, I'm Father Robert, this is Gadget, and there's no Uber Geek without you.